Ah, them drums. I just can't believe all of these sounds are just free and ready to use. When I started producing, the question that I wanted to know the answers to was how to make beats. Everybody has their own way of making beats. That might be music theory or skills they've picked up over time. And I understand that. And when I was a beginner, I didn't know anything about music theory, or what sounds to use, or anything like that. I'm also going to be throwing in some tips and tricks when it comes to the business side of music throughout the video, so make sure you stay tuned. Honestly, you need to wait till the end to hear some of these tips, because the tips in this video, it could change your career. So today I'm going to be showing you a free website that you can get any type of melody, and also the kit that I have dropped that's accessible now in the link in the description that has melodies and a drum kit that you can download for free today. To start with, I'm going to show you the free website that you can use to download loops, and that is called Looperman. I know some producers are going to be like, what? To be honest with you, this is a very good website to get your hands on a lot of loops. So all you need to do is just make an account. So this is where loop makers have published their own loops. So let's just play. I mean, already that's just a perfect loop that you could cook up on straight away. So yeah, we've gone from trap loops to UK drill loops. And one of the things that I always used with this is the advanced search. So you can pick the instrument, the genre, the BPM, the key. So if you go to category, let's go to electric guitar, and let's go genre, and let's go to trap. And let's just search for loops. Like that loop's brilliant. And again, you haven't had to learn an instrument for that. You've just come on a website. I mean, that's insane. And one thing about Looperman, especially when I used it, is they're all royalty free. I don't know if that's changed now, but yeah, it's free. It's free to download. For instance, that guitar we just listened to now. Just go to download, and it comes up on your Google downloads. Bam, drag it in. You can change the BPM to whatever it said. I think it was 175. Yep. Change it to 175. And you can get cooking up on it straight away. Right, tip number one for starting out production is your motivation. If you want to get good at producing, honestly, keep going. Even if you think the beat doesn't sound as good as maybe, I don't know, a Southside song or something like that, just keep going, because that is the only way you're going to get better. Or if you like the beats that I made in previous videos, you can go into the Blueprint multi-kit that is linked in the top line of the description. Download it for free, and there are 20 samples that I've made in there, all different genres. However, these ones are not royalty free, so if you land a placement, it is a 50-50 split. So to begin with, let's just find a loop in my kit. I mean, I only heard a little bit of that, but yeah, let's use this loop. So all I've done is just trimmed it to start with, because there's a little bit of silence at the start of an MP3, and we're just going to drop this down to 88 BPM. Right, another thing when I started producing that I struggled to find was good drum sounds. And the reason why I want good drum sounds is because 50% of a beat is the melody and the rest is the drums. However, some people might disagree because you feel the drums. The drums bring the rhythm to the melody. So having good drum selection is very key, and that's something I struggled finding at the start. There's loads of free kits out there, and some of the kits are just trash. Like, they've got really poorly mixed sounds. Maybe the sounds are just crap. So I made a kit that has the best sounds that I use every single day in one kit. So we're going to use that kit. Again, this is part of the Blueprint multi-kit that I've just got the melody out of, and that is linked in the top line of the description. Yeah, and let me just show you how easy it is. So let's drag over a pattern. And what I'm going to do straight away is I'm going to open up the channel rack. I'm just going to go to unsorted, and let's go to the drum kit. So we've got 808s, claps, hi-hats, kicks, open hats, rims, and snares. That's literally all I use in a beat. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with a clap. So my favorite clap is either the go-to or the crisp. So we're going to use the crisp. And a clap pattern at 88 BPM is on each of these notes here. So you could either place them in, or I'm just going to open up the piano roll and right click from 2 to 1 with the pencil tool. Tip number 2, if you're happy with how your beats are coming out and you're making lots of them and they're just sitting on a hard drive, maybe this is your time to start sending your beats out, or maybe starting a type beat channel. Type beat channels in my eyes are very washed. However, if you have a niche and you think your beats are standing out, a type beat channel could be a good business route. But personally, I'd prioritize opening up an Instagram account, networking with producers and artists, and trying to get emails or numbers to send the beats to artists so they can access them and go to studio and make songs over them. Because trust me, your first placement, you'll never have a better feeling than that. And press Command B to 9. I'm going to turn off this drum loop by just pressing this. Right, after a clap, I normally get a hi-hat in straight away to get the bounce. My favourite hi-hat is either the Bliss one or the Go-To. Let's use the Go-To. Another thing is you can start off with a pattern and obviously change the sounds as you go along. I'm going to add a roll, so I'm just going to press Option U, Enter, and I'm just going to delete the last two. Also, I've got hi-hat midis in the kit, so you can literally drag these in and not have to worry about making your own hi-hat pattern. However, now I'm realizing maybe this beats a rim. Let's get a rim in instead. Oh, I like the sharp one. To fit the vibe of the melody, do you know what I'm going to do? Is I'm going to send the rim to the mixer, go to track, and I'm going to add reverb. So I'm going to bring the decay up a bit, bring the wet up just a tad, and the low cut up. I'm just going to turn it to around about maybe 25%, even lower. Just add some air to it. So now we've got, you know, one of the two main bounces of a melody. I'm going to bring in a snare to add that counter bounce. My favorite snare is either the Bandit snare or the Go-To snare. Let's get an open hat in. I love the Sony one. The live one's cool. So I'm going to use the Sony and the live one in this. So the Sony I'm just going to have on the first step to start with. So I'm going to change the pitch of these last open hats so they work well with the 808. We're going to bring them down. Right, tip number 3, the last tip and the most crucial tip is acknowledging that the fact there are bad days in production. You know, there's been days where I've sat here and thought, it's not working out, maybe it's time to quit. But in a month's time, something happens or thrown at me and I'm like, wow. You know, so there are days where it is bad. Some days you want to quit. But if you keep pushing through it, you know, you start landing songs that you've always wanted. That feeling is incredible, man. So honestly, I say push to it, but it's another very, very good point is never force it. Never force a beat, never force a connection. If it's natural, it will come natural. Simple as. And let's get the live hat in. So I'm going to do it like this. So I've got basically the main sound of the beat in. So now let's add the biggest and the most impactful sound of the beat being the 808. And the 808s in this kit, you've got the aggressive 808, Cash Cobain, the Go-To spin, Zay, and a sub. These literal 808s is what I use across all beats. I don't use anything else right now. So I'm going to start out with the Go-To spins. One key thing before you do your 808s that I learned the hard way is on your master, you'll have a limiter at the bottom. get rid of it. Get rid of it and get a soft clipper. Literally open the soft clipper. That's it. Don't change it. That's all you need. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the spins. I'm going to press cut itself. So when the next 808 comes in, it will just play the next 808. And one thing, if you can't find the bass notes, put it up an octave and you can see when it matches the bass of the melody. Because if I did this, it just sounds off. If I go down 2, it just feels right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put that down an octave. Oh! But personally, it's not hitting enough yet. So what I'm going to do is send it to the mixer and I'm just going to boost it up a bit. Turn off the bass now. Oh, this is hard, man. Right, so let's listen to the beat that we've just made. Like a loop like this, just ready to use for free. Ah, them drums. Ah. Yeah. Oh man, what? Oh, this is insane. I just can't believe all of these sounds are just free and ready to use. All you have to do is download the kit, drag it into FL Studio and use it. Like, you don't have to go searching over and over for different things, man. I'm going to be opening up a Discord server very soon, so I can engage with you guys, so you can ask me tips and tricks and I can get back to you there and then. Also, going to be doing some more live streams. You guys absolutely loved the last one and it was good to be involved in conversation with you guys. So yeah, keep an eye out for those. Right guys, I shall see you in the next one.